The following program contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to Ox After Dark, the late night, great night show where Dean, the Dream, Martin, Chris Porteous, Lane, the Legend, Kramer, Joe the Every Collector, and Big Old Fern and myself talk about our dreams, our lives, our trials, our tribulations, and more. There's so much to talk about today. So much has happened in the world. So much has happened in, just in general. But before we get into all that, I don't know. Is Dean here? We'll start with Chris. Chris, how's your week been thus far?
Dude, it's been pretty chill. I work in like commercial and corporate video production, and usually leading up to the holidays and the first month back to work, there's not a whole lot going on. So I just been filling out some RFPs and working from home, taking it easy, and I managed to get a good chunk in. You guys have been hearing about it forever. I am in the home stretch of what I owe Dean for that comic book, and I say it, I might even be done this evening.
Wow.
I finished the script. He's got miles of work to do, but he has way more complex stuff to do than me. But I finished the script, and I think I owe him 4 layout pages, and then that's about it for me, unless I get involved with the lettering and all that. So exciting times.
There you go. That is exciting. I need Lane and Dean to turn their cameras on if they're here, because I don't know what the fuck is happening. John, how are we going today?
Doing well, man.
My camera is not working right now.
Wow.
Okay.
Why am I not connected? When you logged into StreamYard, did it not connect you to the chat? Did you have to go in and reconnect yourself? For some reason, I got to reconnect myself. That's weird.
To the chat? What is that?
Yeah, it says connect to comment. I got to log in with my YouTube for some reason. That's weird.
I've never seen that before in my life.
That's weird. Anywho, week's been okay. Snow coming out of the ears, as Tony Montana would say. It's unbelievable.
Oh, that's good.
I got octopus. I eat octopus coming out of my foot.
That took me a second.
Anyways, good. Today was crazy. I literally, maybe an hour ago, I just drove like 4.5 hours to pick up a couple statues for a deal. So I didn't think I was going to make it, but luckily with this Canadian driving, we successfully secured the package and made it. So other than that, just hanging out. Happy New Year to you guys. This is the first time I'm back.
There you go. Good to have you back, John. Very good to have you back. Fern, how are we doing today?
Doing good. It's been a good week. Been a good start to the year.
Good stuff.
Can't complain. As far as the whole, I haven't given an update in a while with the whole weight loss journey, but the reason for that is because like the last 2, almost 3 months, I had reached kind of like a plateau. I just was not losing any fucking weight. I wasn't gaining weight, which is good, but I don't know. I guess like I said, I just reached like a plateau, and I was just kind of getting a little harder and harder. So I decided to take kind of like a mini break during the holiday season. See if that kind of shocks my body back into losing weight again. And apparently it worked, because I've been back at it, and I weighed myself today and I lost another 10 pounds.
You look like you lost a lot, like your neck and shoulders, huh?
Neck, shoulders, knees.
I don't know how your knees and toes are, though.
Yeah.
No, but I'm serious.
Toes.
So now in total, I mean, I was at a plateau for about 2.5 months, but in total now I'm at 80 pounds. So
lost?
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
So just gotta keep on going.
And that's in what's like 6 months, no?
6 months now. Yeah,
that's
6
crazy.
months.
Good for you.
It's gonna be 6 months next week. Apart from that, fucking Zach has got me watching Daima.
Hell yeah.
It's good. It's good, man. I'm almost
Fucking
done. I
good,
think
bro.
I'm in. It's 20 episodes. I'm in episode 14.
Was that an anime?
Uh-huh. It's
Dragon-
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball
Daima.
Daima.
It's sadly the last project that the Akira Toriyama was very active in before he passed away. It's really sad, but yeah, it's I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and I got a guy locally selling some of his SH figure stuff.
What is he
And I
selling
might-
for?
Like a bunch of stuff, but I might be able to pick up the Awakening Goku, which I used to have.
That's the one where he's battle damaged.
Yeah, the
Okay.
old one, the battle damage one, and then the newer one. That's that's like the battle damaged Super Saiyan. Like he has no shirt. Came out like a year or 2 years ago.
If there's
has-
stuff that you're not interested in, could you send me a picture of everything?
Yeah, I'll send
Maybe
you
have
some.
you pick me up some stuff.
But I asked him, I was like, how much for both? I mean, just one of those goes for like $150. And I asked him, how much you want for both? He's like $100. I was like, I mean, might have to meet up, check, see if they're actually real and
Yeah,
make sure they're complete. But $100 for both is not bad.
not bad at all. Not bad at all. Where the hell is Dean at? I don't fucking know what's going on.
That guy.
Hang on. Let me keep this going for a second. Let me figure out what the fuck is
How
going
was your
on.
week, Lane?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, so far this week, it's been all right. The hello to the new year was that probably for this month, I'm only going to be working 4 days a week.
Well, that's
for
good, no?
the thing. Well, no, for my company to save money, so I'm not making as much money.
Oh, so
So I
that's
can
not good.
afford it. So I can't afford all. So I can afford all my shit. There's Dean.
It's okay. There's OnlyFans. There's a foot fetish section where I'm sure
Yeah.
you can get some traction.
I bet Lane has wonderful souls.
Well, that's not great
Oh,
news,
Lord.
but
Yeah.
hopefully it happens for a reason. Like
Mm.
hopefully there's good news
Well,
to
as long
come.
as it helps. Well, it's just my department don't have a lot going on right now, and my company's been in kind of that same thing for a lot of other departments since April last year. Mine has been lucky enough not to be doing that up until right now, and that could change in a couple months, but we'll see. Adapt, got to adapt as things happen. Today was my off day, my forced off day from work, so ran around and I wanted to do a call out to all the guys who won the giveaway, like Equan and everything that was done through Collecting Weekly. I really hope everybody enjoys all.
Oh yeah,
Their
my bad, guys.
prizes.
I gotta get this stuff shipped out. Work's been killing me this week. I do plan to get it shipped as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Literally, I've had like the most random work shit every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Like I barely today. Like I normally take my lunch at like 12 or 1. I didn't get to take my lunch till 3:30, and I basically leave at 4. I basically just left 30 minutes early today.
Yeah.
It was awful.
Forced fasting.
Wonderful.
Not bad.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was terrible. The fat ass was struggling.
Yeah, no, but today had done another giveaway on other thing and I shipped out both those figures today to some winners. So fortunately, all that stuff is now off and done, and I'm very glad about that. I'm looking forward to my first Tato figure in a bit is coming. I got a 1 1/4 clone trooper, the Wolfpack. And then I am feeling a little cheesy. I don't know if any of you guys on panel have had anything from Sideshow, any of the recent Hot Toys things. Because I'm supposed to be having the Snow Trooper coming, and I like how Hot Toys in their email to me, or not Hot Toys, but Sideshow, in their email to me say, hey, we're going to be charging for the whole thing. However, we don't know the shipping yet. So there's no shipping charge on it or anything. So that's telling me, oh, they're going to go charge me for this, and then like I'm going to be waiting 2 or 3 weeks before I like see the thing ship or something like that. It's really weird. And I know some other people have seen that too. And I know Sideshow has done this before. I really hate when they do stuff like this without knowing, like, hey, you're charging me for a $300 item or something, and can't tell you when they're going to have it ready to send to you. But other than that, had a really good New Year's and everything. And this week has been, pretty good and everything. And, I'm kind of just glad to see that we're kind of getting back to normal after kind of the usual craziness of the holiday season.
There you go. Dean, how has your week been so far? You're on mute if you're...
The week has been pretty good. No complaints here. My birthday was on Monday.
Ooh.
Hey.
So that was fun.
Happy birthday.
Did you do anything special?
Yeah, I went to go eat at this place called Eddie V's.
Okay.
It was really good. Steak and seafood. King crab legs and calamari and lobster tail and stuff like that. But today, man, oh my god, dude, just everything today was testing me. Just the
Speak your truth,
traffic
brother.
was fucking crazy today.
Hmm.
I had to go.
You said traffic?
Yeah.
Oh,
I had to go to the bank and or as a credit union, essentially the same thing.
same thing.
But they only have one location, and it's on like the other side of town. So I get over there, and I'm like, okay, well, I was gonna go pick up my mom and my sister, and I was like, it was like 4:00, and I was like, okay, like I'll just hop on the highway, and I'll be there in 25, 30 minutes. It took me over an hour to get there because traffic was so fucking bad everywhere. And I was like, man, the traffic is getting terrible. I'm just going to hop off on the next exit.
I thought you were just going to get out of the car and start walking like Michael Douglas. And
I fucking probably should have. Because, like, I'd be on an exit, like, getting ready to get off the highway. And I could just see the access road just, it's a
that's the
parking
worst.
lot. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'd get back on the highway, and then a couple exits later, I'd try and get off, and it was just like everywhere I went, I was like, okay, well, I could go this way and try to avoid the traffic, but like, I'm not the only guy thinking that. So like, oh, it was just everywhere. Everywhere was just traffic today. And then I was gonna go pick up my gun today that I bought. And I get to the gun store finally. They closed at like 7. I got there at like fucking 6 because of the fucking traffic. And I'm like, okay, well, it should only take like 10, 15 minutes, to like go in there, fill out the paperwork, and get my gun. I'm out.
No way, dude. If you need to run a background check, no way.
I've done it before where it's pretty much over, like, especially if it's like a slow day. So I get there and I fill out the paperwork. I give him my ID, and I'm sitting there waiting for it to go through. And he walks up to me. He's like, "Hey, we have a problem." I'm like, "What?" And he shows me a photocopy of my driver's license, and he points at it. And I'm like, "Class C?" I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, "No, look at the date. It fucking expired on my birthday."
On the birthday.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, what am I going to do? And he was like, don't worry. He's like, we could go on the website and you could get it.
Usually it's good for the month, no? Usually they make it.
Yeah,
just
there's like
for
a
the whole month.
buffer.
Yeah.
well, not when it comes to buying a firearm.
Hold on.
Maybe if you get
Okay,
pulled
stop
over.
everything. Did this guy help you renew it at the store so you could buy the gun?
yeah.
God bless America, brother.
What the heck, man?
Yeah, he's
That's
he's
crazy.
like, go to this website. He's like, make your
I mean, they
account.
probably see this shit every day.
Yeah.
Not
yeah.
like by the day, but
It's
you know,
just
like
it's just funny to me that it's like he's motivated to make the sale. You know, he's gonna get IT support on with Dean. Make sure he does it in 5 minutes.
Yeah, because if I call the DMV to do it, the waiting times can be up to like a month and a half. Like,
Yeah.
because you know people walk in all day every day and sit there for hours. So it's like if you make an appointment, sometimes the appointment is a month away. So I thought I was screwed. He was like, no. He's like, here's the
There's hope.
website. Yeah, and so I did
it's
it.
like, brother,
It was
you
like-
live in America.
It was like $30. I got my temporary ID. He
Jesus.
photocopied it. So all in all, it took about an hour to actually get my gun, but it's so beautiful. It's a work of art. And I bought some ammo for it, and then I'm driving back. I'm like, oh, cool.
It's a busy day, man.
I'm
This is
leaving
all
right-
today.
Cause
Okay.
yeah, because now I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day, and it's 7 p.m. So I'm leaving the gun store. I'm about to get on the highway. My phone rings. It's the guy, and he was like, "Hey, for some reason, when I paid for the license, it put because we have like multiple homes. The address on my credit card is not the address on my ID. So my addresses didn't match on the paperwork, which is against the law. And he was like, you have to come back and we got to redo it. And I was like, fuck me. So I had to go back and redo the paperwork. It only took about 30 seconds, but it was just like, oh my God, dude, can I catch a break today?
I thought you were getting a free
please?
gun there for a second.
I wish.
Dean almost
dude.
hit
It
a
was-
lick, bro. Fucking was
was-
off to the
he-
races.
Or no shit. I mean, in jail. But I got it sorted out and I'm fine now. But oh
That could
my
be
God.
fun.
Wow, that is.
But then we got some Beijing Express. Beef and
Beijing
broccoli?
Express.
It was good.
Wow.
And some McDonald's chocolate shake.
Make it all right.
Pretty good day. I mean, overall, it's just annoying.
Gun and a shake. Can't go wrong with that.
Hell yeah, it's the American dream.
Dude, reminds me of
That,
like,
that,
John, and you ever do like an America road trip and like you see past these truck stops that are just like guns, ammo,
Yeah,
fireworks,
all that stuff, yeah.
steaks, like all. It's just like
It's
it just
Give
doesn't
me a
exist
porn and
here.
bowling store. Give me
Yeah,
a
I
porn and
mean-
bowling store.
honestly,
everything all in one.
Dean's story sounds just like a regular day in Texas.
Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage.
That's not a bad idea for a business.
Wow.
You get to eat
There's a
barbecue
real business. There's a commercial.
and you get a foot massage while you're eating.
I don't know if they do it while you're eating, but it's an actual
Oh my!
Jones
I'm bringing it to
BYOB.
Canada,
foot
Chris.
massage.
This is our opportunity, Chris.
Damn.
Canadians
Dude.
don't know what they're missing out on.
We'll
When
bring
the
Lane.
Canadians
Hold
get
on a
some
second.
liberty-
Lane's only working 4 days a week. We'll take him over the next 3 days. He'll come work over for us.
Dude, I tried to convince my work
That was
to
good.
put me on 4 days a week and cut my pay. They wouldn't do it.
Well, if didn't have so much shit on pre-order, then I probably
Yeah.
would be much more onto that. But
Yeah.
it's been
Damn. Christian got the Bodyguard 2.0. That's fucking sick, bro.
I thought
That gun
this
is
was-
awesome. I've been carrying my Glock 19, and man, I love that gun. But holy fuck, with the +5 shield extension, that gun is massive. And today I carried my Shield Plus, and disappears.
The MMP
I'm just like-
shield player?
MMP, the one from the vlog, a couple vlogs ago, and I'm
You
like,
like
damn,
it?
dude, that gun is incredible.
I've
You
been
really
thinking
will
about
like it.
getting one.
Shoot mine before you take a purchase. It's a great gun, but it's so big, dude. It's and I got I got little baby hands, and I mean I can get a good grip on the 19.
Oh, I'm
You know,
sure
it's
do.
fine, but dude, when I got the Hellcat on my hand, or the Glock 43, or the M&P Plus, like, I mean, it fits like a glove, you know, because I got smaller hands. Ladies, you know what that means. But damn, that Glock 19, I feel like I can't really get a good like master grip on it. And I can shoot well with it. I know I can, but damn, dude, just it's I got to get used to it. I got to take it to the range a bunch because I have a 19X and I don't shoot it very often. You know,
Wait,
it's a
hold on.
little bit-
What does it mean? I don't know what it means.
what is what?
You said, ladies, you know what that means? What does that mean?
Oh, small hands. You know what
Dude,
that
it was
means.
like it captured
Tiny
the nation.
corners.
Tiny gloves, Fern.
Gotta keep your finger on the pulse, Fern.
Yeah. Sorry, Lane. You were saying.
Well, I wanted to just ask you guys. So for now being in the new year, what was for you guys each your kind of your collectible for the year for yourself that you got?
Ooh,
It doesn't. It doesn't matter
I did a
what-
video.
what size or anything, but I just mean like the
That's right,
collectible
Mario.
that you enjoyed the most, kind of.
Maximum Spider-Man, bar none. Full stop. It's amazing. It was number one on my list.
Hmm.
It was the figure I enjoyed the most. It's the figure that I played with the most. It's the figure that I posed the most. It's fantastic. I've even made a 3D print for an Altoids tin to put some of his accessories in, so I can take them with me on the road when I'm playing with him. Got him right here on my desk. I love Maximum Spider-Man. Good ass fucking figure, dude. If you have like a friend that wants a Spider-Man figure, and you want to get him something nice, get him this figure. It's a little expensive,
Wow.
but this is such a, you know, because I gave Jazz the Walmart exclusive cell shaded Spider-Man, and it was like a gateway drug, bro. He's hitting me up talking about he wants to buy a bunch, you know.
That's how you
Got
get
that
them in,
hook, line,
man.
and sinker.
Yep.
Yeah,
Zebra light? Yeah.
for me, it's probably the Dark Empire Luke sculpted hair, man. That's a good time. I've enjoyed that. Got the
Yeah.
saber on a timer, belt lights up too. It's pretty cool.
That's the one where he's wearing Darth Vader clothes.
That's
Yeah,
right.
the comic Dark Empire.
Okay. Gotcha.
I was amazed with that
Are
figure.
those-
Actually, I thought those gloves and everything on that figure were going to be the biggest pain in the ass. They were actually perfect.
No, they're cool.
There's so many good figures released this year.
One just released, no? Two? Didn't it? Or is that old and that's just blogger photos? I couldn't tell.
The Batman Arkham Origins?
Yeah, is that old?
No, that's new. That just
Oh,
it's
okay.
$300 now on Sideshow. Just
I
wait up a
didn't
little
know.
while.
I just literally went onto my Facebook and saw it. I thought that was blogger photos or something.
Dean and I are gonna do a quick video after the stream on that. It's gonna be
Mhm.
just a quick
Yeah.
little thing.
For me, this year, probably my biggest favorite collectible was my Harley Who Laughs Prime 1 third scale statue. That
Nice.
thing-
Excellent
that-
choice.
That thing is, to me, just one of the pieces of, like, when we talk about this stuff, I mean, obviously, whether figures or whatever, there are ones that in any size we can say came out like a piece of art. That to me is like a piece of art, just with how good it is, everything, the paints, and I admit I'm a little bit biased because I did buy it, you know, but that's like kind of my favorite thing that I got this year. But I think my favorite, like, if keeping more what we're talking about, figure would be Darth Maul 2.0. That was my figure of the year, like, just bar
Mhm.
none. I think that is one of my favorite hot toys that's ever been made. I think it's perfect for doing what it's supposed to do. But anyway, that's kind of double dipping there.
Anyone else want to take a crack at that?
I
'Cause
cut
wanna
off
talk
Dean
about-
accidentally. Dean, if you
I was,
you're still thinking?
yeah, there's so many that came out and like I like for different reasons. Like all the Brilliant Arts Final Fantasy VII figures that are styled like the old games. Like so many of those are like characters that I've wanted in figure form for so long that finally I got them, and it's like like the Sid Highwind is a fantastic figure, but like I think about something like the all the Sonic figures that came out are really great. They started doing characters that like no one ever thought they would do, or even like a generic knight from Mythic Legions. The Gunmetal Knight is so good that I just like have it on my desk to fuck with it, like and pose it, and I use it a lot when I'm drawing my comic to like get poses and stuff. So like, or like I just opened up the Melania from Elden Ring from SH Figure Arts. This thing is
Ooh, that's cool.
massive for a figure arts. Like she's huge.
That's what.
So, but it's like, is this cooler than like Hot Toys Vader? No, but like,
It could mean more to you though.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
no.
it's like, there's so many that were so good this year that it's like, fuck. Like it's hard to pick.
To make it put you on the spot. It was like you have a hard enough time just thinking what scale are you talking about, not just I have to choose one from everything. That may not have been.
Yeah, because even
exactly
in 6
fair.
scale, I think about the Game Toys Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. That figure is incredible, and that character is great. And it's like, do I like that more than the Battle Damage Vader? It's like kind of, but like also not really. So it's like, damn, like.
Did you get the deluxe one that came with the the plastic cape and stuff?
Yeah. I was like, bro, if I'm gonna spend the money, I'm just going all the way. I'm going all out on that. So
No, hey, I think you made a very good decision getting that thing. I mean, obviously there are a billion Vaders at this point, but like that one is, I think, going to be one that stands the test of time, where it's unique for yourself.
And then I'm trying to think when that new Goku came out. I think that was this year.
What did you get it this year? I think he's just talking about what you purchased this year.
Yeah, I think it came out this year. I'm trying.
Which one? Which Goku you're thinking of?
That came out like 2 years ago.
The one where he's fighting Frieza in Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, they came out
The
like
new
2 years
body?
ago.
There's been a couple different
I
ones.
think
of
it might
that,
have been
haven't
last
there?
year.
It might have
The
been
reissue came out this year.
Shh! Don't say that
it's-
word.
It's on the new body.
What's the matter with you?
Man, I regret selling
that-
some of my
that's
DBZ.
You can't throw away the R word like that, man.
I regret selling, dude. My grade 8 Vegeta, dude. I regret selling that figure.
Grade 8
every day.
Vegeta. God damn.
Dude. I want. They R worded it.
I kind of
slim
regret,
down. Go ahead.
I regret when I gave away both my Goku and Vegeta Super Saiyan.
I regret not just taking them off your hands, Lane, because I need those fucking things.
I was gonna say because you were asking for him. I was like, didn't Lane have some?
But we
But
gave
yeah,
them
we
away.
did a giveaway. Yeah, the 400, the Super
4,000.
Saiyan 400 giveaway or whatever we called it.
4,000.
Yeah.
This week has been interesting.
Oh yeah, that was last year,
Um,
October last year, 2024.
That's cool though. That's a nice one that they did.
That's so
had this like hoarseness in my throat that I cannot shake, and it's just really getting annoying. Just constantly like just
All this temperature changing, going from like
don't know.
75 degrees to like 45
just
degrees.
a little bit
in
of
one
little
day.
bit of pain. You know, I don't really know what's going on with that, but yeah, it's been really annoying. And you know, just haven't been sleeping too well this week. I've just been dealing with you know, just a bunch of things here and there that have just been kind of affecting, you know, kind of just a lot of my personal life. And you know, on top of that, we got this tank going. I think we talked about it last After Dark, I recall. Or Chris said some nice things. You know, kind of getting some equipment in for that and trying it out. Oh, this doesn't work. This works. This doesn't work. You know, it's been kind of a little bit back and forth with that. I got a new light coming. I don't think the light was the biggest part of the problem that the last tank suffered from, but I don't think it was assisting anything. So we got a good budget light for the tank. And, you kind of go back and recollect on previous endeavors in the hobby. I know with collectibles, I do that with fish tanks as well. So I had my first saltwater tank when I was in school. It was an awful tank. It was my senior year. It was just terrible. But that's kind of where we all start. And my second one was in my dorm room freshman year. And then that tank was with me for, it was a BioCube, and then it transitioned to a 10-gallon tank. And then it just was terrible. It was in my living room in my apartment, and it just got no love. And it was just, everything was just dead and gross and nasty. And in a year, I turned it from this just nasty thing to this really beautiful aquarium reef tank. And in fact, I think I may have a picture of it here. You look up some old photos. And so that went for a couple years, and then I moved it to a 20-gallon, and then I moved it to a 40-gallon, and then to just a lot of changes.
A lot of work.
It's just a lot of work, and I'm sure John knows. And here, so let me pull up some pictures here. Just give me 1 second.
I dabbled in it a little bit too, like doing a freshwater. I pulled.
Yeah.
I'm doing like a leopard gecko, not leopard gecko, a gargoyle gecko.
Gargoyle gecko, yeah.
Like with live plants and stuff, I find more enjoyment there in a little bit. It's beautiful. Aquariums are beautiful, but man, you gotta have the time to do water changes and stuff. And your saltwater was looking good.
Yeah.
John,
so
just
this
so you
is
know, I have two freshwater planted aquariums, John, and I do no water
They're
changes
as
on either of
difficult.
them.
Oh,
No,
so
but
you've-
I got two.
You've been able to balance the levels,
Yeah.
the nitrogen levels,
Yeah.
and all that. Yeah,
Dude,
you're good.
yeah, I have two that have live plants, and all I do is top ups with distilled water, and
That's
they've
fantastic.
they all have fish and plants for years at this point. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's really good.
So this is the tank that was real bad. That was just a terrible tank. And took it from that to this
Holy
in I think like
sheesh.
2 years.
Lovely.
And it was a great tank. I love
Wow.
this tank. And then we took a lot of the corals and some more corals. And then this is the 40 that was in my apartment that we talked about. And then I kind of got busy with real life and it's funny because this coral right here ended up growing to like the size of a fist. It was huge right here. Anyway, so that happened, and we started a tank in I think 2020. I think it was like right before COVID, 2021, 2022, and lost it during COVID with that big storm. It was just we had power out for 5 days, and was just not physically possible to keep the tank alive and then keep everyone in. Because our house was so cold that the water froze in the tank. That's how cold the house was. There was like pieces of ice in the water. And so everything died, and that was really sad. And when we lost my first son, we, took over an old tank from an old friend. And that tank, was kind of looking okay for a bit. And we got to the point recently where like we got to either take this down or take this seriously because it's just an eyesore and it's just disgusting looking. And so I added some corals. It'll be in the vlog this week. Everything looks really good. Really happy with it. We added an anemone, which I started with 3 anemones and they split to like 10, and then I brought 3 to my parents' house and they split to like 10 in their tank. So I took one of them back, and it's amazing, these little animals. Because it looked like death when I, not ripped it, but, took it off this structure it was on. Did not like that at all. And I was like, well, pretty sure I killed that thing. But we'll see what happens. And a couple hours later, it was looking pretty good. I think it might be pretty pissed because I think it might be splitting from that injury or whatnot, or just experience. I think it might be splitting. But it's funny because both the clownfish are already hosting it. They just have these tank raves, they just know, and going pretty good. I bought one pump. The pump was too powerful. I have to return it tomorrow. Got a second one. It's doing pretty good. Upgrading light this week, and then I might go back to get more corals because I thought it was a rock, but it was actually a shell, like a hermit crab shell that had mushrooms growing on it. And I was like, well, I need to grab some shells anyways because I have some hermit crabs, and they grow and they need bigger shells. And so I sprinkled those in the tank, and I put this mushroom in a very particular spot. It's a beautiful little blue mushroom. And later I'm like, I can't find this mushroom. I don't know what happened. And it's all the way in the back. And I'm thinking, there's no way the current from this wave maker, granted it was the one that was too powerful, I was like, there's no way it pushed it from the front all the way around everything all the way to the back. So I grabbed it, and little arms and legs popped out. And I'm like, oh shit, one of the hermit crabs stole that shell. And so he's kind of like the Moana, the little crab, where he's got all the jewelry on his back. He's walking around the whole tank with a coral on his back. So that's pretty cool.
How many gallons did you say?
The tank that I have is 13.5.
Okay.
So it's about 15 gallons.
Yeah, it's really good if you can get it going and keep it steady. It's a really fun hobby.
Yeah, that's the goal, right? Because I've done this before a number of times, so I know how to do it. It's just, it's a time and a money thing. So it's been kind of nice to focus on something like that again. I feel like every couple of years I get this itch to do. I don't know. It's like I would call them like comfort things for me, like watch Dragon Ball Z, get into Dragon Ball figures, get into the aquarium thing again. It's like I'm very cyclical. So I think I'm excited for this, and it's cool because like my parents saw me having a tank and they got excited. So this is around the time that like a year before my tank died. But they wanted to set up a tank. So their tank is 6 years old, 6-year-old reef tank, which is, pretty impressive in its own right. And, like I mentioned, there's a lot of corals banked in there from my old tank. And, I haven't really thought about it, but I'm like, dang, that's a pretty impressive accomplishment. That's the longest tank I've had up and running, continuously.
I want to try and bring my tank back to life. It's
Is it freshwater?
Yeah, it's huge too. I don't know. Maybe it's 50 gallons, probably more. But
do it, man.
I tried last year, and you and Chris already know how that went.
Well,
Hey,
you're supposed to ask us before you start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Do you use like a sand and then dirt substrate, Chris?
For my planted tanks, I use a branded substrate called Fluval Stratum, which is like clay that's like
clay balls
infused with nitrate. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to go like maybe a little too natural. I did the whole like proper soil, and then I did the sand on top.
Yeah, dude.
That's
the real key with the freshwater stuff is just not overstocking, bro. You can't get crazy and add too many fish because that's where your maintenance goes through the roof. Like I have a planted tank that's been set up with the same plants and shrimp in it for like 13 years.
That's wild.
Like what the first thing that's gonna fail is probably the silicone on the freaking
on the tank. Yeah. I watched videos like that of people had tanks their entire lifetime and didn't do any water changes. Everything was just naturally taking care of itself.
You can't breed saltwater fish other than clownfish.
I have a friend that breeds clownfish and he's very successful with it. I've had one pair lay one clutch of eggs, but not that they weren't viable, but I didn't attempt to make that happen. I have bred convict cichlids, which are notoriously easy to breed. I've bred the live bearer fish, which are also notoriously easy to breed. I believe that's it. Snails and hermit crabs, they breed like crazy. Mostly the snails, actually. Take it back on the hermit crabs. But I've had a number of breeding successes in that hobby.
I did live bears just when I had piranhas, and you know why.
Piranhas are fun.
Yeah. So we were going to talk a little bit about politics. So if that makes anyone uncomfortable, anyone wants to bow out, now's the time. I think there's
Canadian politics. We're talking Trudeau tonight.
Oh yeah,
Trudeau and Katy Perry.
Old news.
But we'll do our best to keep it respectful. We'll do our best to hear everyone's points on this.
Well, on that note, I will probably drop out for the night then.
I respect that.
Because
Lane, you have a good night, buddy.
politics stuff. All right, take
Ain't
care.
no shame in that.
No,
Have a good night, buddy.
Have a good day.
All right. Pretty crazy in America. There's a lot going on here. We got the Venezuela stuff. We got I feel like this year is the most that I've noticed it, and maybe I just haven't noticed it. But I feel like there is a big attempt to reframe a lot of the January 6th stuff that happened a couple years ago here in America. And I don't really follow a ton of politicians, but I guess through the algorithm or whatnot, but I see so many of these posts like, these are patriots that were peacefully protesting, and the one I've seen a lot lately is the Ashley Babbitt woman who passed away, got shot by an officer. And I have my own opinions on that. And I feel like it's so relevant because, there's this like idea that a lot of people are saying like, this was a peaceful thing. This woman didn't deserve to die. And then you got what happened today in I believe it was Minneapolis. And I feel like a lot of the politicians that, and just people in general that I know personally, that are saying like, well, this Ashley Babbitt woman's a patriot. She's doing nothing wrong. She wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Are the same people that are like, well, this crazy woman in Minneapolis deserved to be shot. And I feel like you really can't have it both ways. I feel like, if you're saying that one of these is an okay action, I think you have to also accept like, well, maybe the other one is as well. And it's just such a complex, like, for years we've said this, like, I feel like politics are so nasty in America. I don't know how it is in Canada, but I just feel like, like my neighbor votes a certain way. I know he votes a certain way because he's got, his sign, and I love my neighbor. I vote a certain way, and my other neighbor votes a certain way. And I think that, in that little 3 houses, we all get along. We are all very civil with each other. And, Dean and I have very vast differences in some of our politics, and we have other areas that we're aligned in. And I think that's how it's got to be, right? Like I can respect that Dean has certain views, and though I may not agree with everything that Dean agrees with, I agree with some things, and things we don't agree, I think we could find a common ground. But it's just so nasty. Like that woman that we talked about, Nancy Mace, last week. You look at her page, and a lot of it's like owning the liberals, right? And she's got those memes of her in the fighter jet pooping on the liberal tears, and she's just posting all these memes and having a grand old time. And then you see her posting, this vitriol from the left. This is why our ICE agents are under attack. This is why someone broke into JD Vance's house, which happened, I believe, yesterday. And, this is why, because this rhetoric, they treat us like animals. And I'm like, you are also shit posting as an elected official. It's like, you cannot be upset and cry foul, when the other side does it, and then you're sitting there fucking posting AI slop about it. I guess I just don't really understand. Like, it's always like what's good for you is good for you, but when it's the other guy, it's all of a sudden it's let's that's not acceptable. I just don't get it. I don't think that I don't know. I feel like January 6th was just a real bad look. Regardless if you think those people were right or not, I don't think it was a good look. I hate this like reframing that is attempting to happen. And I feel like, you know, in 10 years, the water's gonna be pretty muddy. I feel like you cannot be okay with one thing happening and not be okay with the other thing, or vice versa. I just feel like it's just like when it's convenient to be upset, or when it's convenient, and this goes for both sides, when it's convenient to be upset or when it's convenient to have a difference of opinion, you have to hold true to that. You cannot just be like, oh, well, because it's a conservative person that this happened to, it's okay. But if it's a not conservative person, then it's not okay. And then vice versa. You know, there's always that thing, you know, when there's a officer involved shooting with a black person, it's like, oh, well, they should have complied, or they shouldn't have done this, or they shouldn't have been aggressive. And there's always this list of they should have. And then you go to the riot and it's like, well, okay, well, that person didn't comply. That person was acting kind of crazy. There was just a lot going on. It's just a terrible situation. So there's that going on. And then in Texas, I'm going to let you guys hit on a lot of those points because I know you guys want to. There's the trial that started this week with the Uvalde officer, which I don't understand how only 2 of these idiots are getting under trial. But there was a big, almost a mistrial that happened yesterday because evidence wasn't filed. It's just, and that's a very, like, boy, you talk to anyone in Texas about that whole situation is I don't think there's anyone on any, that might be the one thing that unites politics, because I think everyone's like, man, these guys really fucked up.
Yeah.
But there's like a mistrial potentially happening because evidence wasn't filed, and that's got a lot of people in Texas pissed off. And it's just, there's just so much politics. Like, I don't really, you know, I pay attention to it, but I don't really talk about it a lot. But there's so much politics, so much hate, and so much, like, you know, and I just feel like maybe 10 years ago this wasn't that bad, but I feel like in the last 10 years, last decade, it's just, you can't have a fucking conversation with anyone about anything.
Yeah.
For either side, both sides. It's just awful.
Yeah, I feel
Awful.
like your everyday average Americans, like you said, your neighbors, me and you, things are nuanced.
Yeah. It's not black and white.
Some people are single issue voters, right?
That's
I don't
true.
agree with 10 things Trump says, but the one thing is the thing that I'm voting for, right? Or, you know, it's like, okay, I agree about half of the stuff, and the other guy I didn't agree with any, so I went with Trump, or vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
But on the internet, that doesn't exist. There's no nuance on the internet. And I see a lot of conservatives just unendingly, Trump does something and it's the greatest thing in the world. And I'm like, no, like, 2 things can be true. This could be good and this can also be bad. Like, the other day when Trump was talking shit about what's the guy who got murdered by his kid, I forgot his name.
I don't remember his name. Rob Reiner, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, the actor. Yeah.
Yeah, Rob Reiner. Thank
Rob
you.
Reiner. Yeah.
I thought that was gross. I was like, you
It
were
was
mad
disgusting.
that the left was mocking Charlie Kirk's murder and laughing about it and making jokes and memes, but then you turn around and do the same thing 4 months later. I was like, it's gross and it's not right. Both things are terrible.
Exactly.
Or like, you know, just anything like, oh, okay, like I for the most part support deporting illegals, but I also don't support like the mockery of the way they're doing it, like posting like edits on Twitter, like, look how fucking base we are. And like making like you said, AI videos of like the fucked up situation. It's like, you could do this in a humane way. Like, you don't have to fucking dehumanize these people. It's like they broke the law. They're here illegally. Like, you know, do that in any other country, it's going to go the same way. But they're not going to fucking meme on you on the internet. Like, both things can be true. This is objectively what needs to happen, but you don't need to be inhumane about it. So like, but on the internet, there's just no nuance, and it's so fucking exhausting. Cause like, I go on there and there's people I follow because, you know, they talk politics, but then it's like, okay, but you're like blindly supporting everything, and that's not good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm with you. It is so annoying and exhausting.
It's
and-
disgusting, dude, honestly.
I was more focused. I'm over here in Canada, as you guys know, so I don't even really try to follow politics too much because it's just so much drama and I have enough shit to worry about. But it's trickling down to Canada is that Minneapolis story today.
Mhm.
And I think it's absolutely wild what happened. I think the way Trump responded is even worse. That woman got shot by an ICE officer because she was trying to protect a neighbor or something like that is what I read. And
Yeah.
if you look at the videos, that officer should be put in prison, in my opinion. Being Canadian and how our officers operate over here, we had an officer, I'd say even worse than what the woman did. I don't know if Chris will remember this Sammy Yatim story. You Google it. It was on a streetcar downtown Toronto. The streetcar was empty, evacuated. There was a young kid with a knife on the streetcar. Everybody was off the streetcar. And the young kid was kind of getting off the streetcar, approaching the officer. He put bullets into that streetcar and killed the kid. He's in prison right now. And that's what I think should happen to this ICE officer. That woman was in a car trying to get away, and he shot her three times in the face.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, but he was afraid he was going to get hit. If you have someone in the driver's seat, the car is in drive. If you shoot them, that's not going to change the direction that the car is moving. He would still get hit. If you look at some of the photos, the angles as to when he was taking the shot, absolutely ridiculous. He wasn't even in the way.
Yeah.
Prison.
And the worst part, like, you know, I saw the post before I saw the video, and in my mind I was thinking like, this woman's like ramming through like this crowd, and like that's the only way.
Yeah, didn't even.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, like the other thing was,
and like, you know, I'm not a police officer. I'm not going to sit here and like, I only play one on the internet, but you know, I'm just like, wow, that's. And then I think Trump's saying like the officer's lucky to be alive.
Well, be like called her a domestic terrorist.
Yeah.
What? He should be penalized for that. I don't know how they can penalize him. He should be penalized for that. Let me tell you this other thing. No weapons. That officer didn't escalate the situation. And the worst part about this, children lost a mother for nothing. For fucking nothing. Because it was an ICE mission, right? It was an ICE execution. God knows how long that person's been in that country already, okay? They could have fucking waited. They could have de-escalated, pulled back, and came back or figured out another way. A mother lost her life, poorly handled, and justice should be served, in my opinion. Let me tell you another thing. Let me tell you one other thing. This might be a stretch. If she was another race, you'd fucking have riots. You'd be done. You'd be done.
Were they even after her? Or
No, they weren't after
I
her.
think she was like,
She
I don't
parked her
know
car
how
to
she,
block them,
and then she was just trying to get out of there.
and then she was trying to get
Yeah.
out or whatever.
I hear what you're saying, John, but like like if you're gonna try and use your vehicle to stop ICE agents, like God help you
De-escalate
think
the
that's gonna work
situation, though.
okay?
Yeah.
Like I guess, but you're like, you know, like you're really rolling the dice. Like I mean, like it's like people who like, you know, they like, it's like when you resist arrest, you just don't understand how the law works because they're never gonna give up. Like you don't. It's resisting arrest is not a thing. They're gonna get you later, and you're gonna have more charges. It's just like people don't understand that, and like, you know, it's like the like Ashley Babbitt. Like she should have had every expectation she was going to get shot doing what she was doing.
Yeah, I don't
Like
know.
that's just how
That,
that
that's
goes.
what I
I
don't.
don't know what
that's
happened
what
with
Chris.
that.
That's what I don't understand. So let's.
Let me just say one thing.
I mean, I guess-
with this Minneapolis story, one more thing, and then I won't talk about it again. I don't know what happened with Ashley Babbitt. Within regards,
We'll show you.
I was passionate about this story because this wasn't a call for a hostage situation. This wasn't call for someone shot. This was a fucking ICE deportation bullshit power trip that these guys are going on. That they could have. She parked her car. They could have de-escalated the situation. Simple as that. They could have just, all right, this is causing an issue. Pull back. So simple. So simple. There was no one at harm. Nobody was being shot. Nobody was hostage. Nobody was
I guess what I would need to know is like, are ICE agents legally allowed to open fire to stop an illegal immigrant from running away?
She wasn't
like,
the
there's an
illegal
answer-
immigrant.
She wasn't the immigrant.
She was the
Okay.
neighbor protecting the illegal immigrant.
Crazy.
I've only seen the video from 2 angles far away. So like no body cam footage or anything yet. I don't even know if ICE agents have body cams. But there was an officer in her window because her window was down. I'm assuming he was trying to like get the keys or something. I don't know. And then there was an officer in front of the car. If they're giving her a lawful order to get the fuck out of the car, turn the car off, get out of the car, like you're obstructing justice, that's a lawful order. If she decides to start driving forward, which she did, one guy had to jump out of the way, the guy that was in front.
Allegedly, we don't know what was said or anything.
Right, until the body cam comes out, if it does. Officers are allowed to use the next level of force.
Well,
so
there is guidelines that people have been. Now I don't
Shoot
know
the
if this
tires.
is true. No, you don't shoot tires. I don't know if this is true, Dean, but apparently that in that situation that would have not have been a good shoot based on like the totality of the circumstances. I'm not saying that like local
Yeah.
police, but like for that level of police, that would not have been a good shoot if that document is correct.
I showed
Yeah,
you a picture.
I don't-
sent you a picture.
I
Zach.
don't know. My dad's has been a cop for literally
Yeah.
my whole life.
Might be
so,
different
like,
locally.
I always side a little bit more with officers because, I never know if my dad's going to make it home at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if a dude standing in front of a car giving a lady a lawful order and she starts to accelerate.
Yeah, but if you look at the photo where he's shooting her, he's not in front of the car. He's off to the side.
So do you want to pull up the videos? Where must I
Sure, do
show?
whatever you-
Of both.
yeah.
Okay, so
Just
So
a
this
lot
is the Minneapolis thing.
Goes to the driver's side door. You'll see him in a minute. He tries to open the door while another officer steps in front of
See,
the
there's an
vehicle. She
officer
then
right
starts
there
to
in
take
front.
off, appearing to
Yeah,
I
but
don't think he's really in front though.
He is.
so move out of the way. Like what? Did you
I
shoot
guess-
her?
vehicle. She then
He's
The
like
guy in
off
the
to the side.
That guy
This
is.
guy,
There's a guy
yeah,
in
no,
front
no,
of
no.
him.
Yes, I understand that. I understand that.
So watch
Okay,
when he
but-
walks to it. You can't even see that guy because he's still in front of the car.
There he is. He's there.
I mean,
So
he's
move
already
to the left.
off. He's already off. I think he might be off axis. I don't know for sure. But I guess my point is, if you're saying, okay, this is fine, which a lot of people are saying, like she's a domestic terrorist, whatever. I don't see how then you're like, this is not fine. So this is the Ashley Babbitt thing. So they're trying. This lady here is breaking through this window. The lady with the American flag backpack.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they're acting it's a fucking mob. This is not a fucking peaceful protest. I'm sorry. This is
This
just
is not a peaceful protest, no, at all.
Yeah.
And this
Oh.
Capitol Police officer shot this
Oh,
woman
so
right
she's
here.
breaking in and he shot her.
Oh damn, she's all the way in there.
Oh, wow.
They
And then
made it
she
sound like
died.
she was just on the side.
No, she was. So
Yeah,
I guess I don't
I don't
understand
halfway in the
how.
building.
Oh my god, it's so
I don't
tough.
understand how one's a domestic terrorist, the woman, and the other. Yeah, they're. I'm just
Definitely
saying,
not a
if you're
domestic terrorist.
if you're fine with this Minneapolis, I think you got to be fine with the Ashley Babbitt. That's all I'm saying. If you're not fine with either, or you're fine with both, then yeah, I think whatever. That's
Yeah,
how
but
you
Ashley
think about it.
Babbitt from that video, she's storming. What was that? The Capitol?
This is the Capitol. So
She's storming
I don't
the
know if you know
Capitol.
about the American politics, but there was the vice president has to certify the results of the election.
Yeah.
And they wanted to hang Mike
Oh,
Pence for
That's
this.
right.
They were breaking into the Capitol to prevent the election results from being certified. And
I think that's-
this is what
It is
a lot
different.
of conservative politicians are saying as a peaceful protest. These are proud patriots. This is what they're trying to reframe this as like a this is just like innocence. You know?
Ashley Babbitt was breaking into the Capitol.
No,
It's-
DJ, hang on. This is what I agree personally. I'm not trying to justify the Minneapolis. I think what I'm saying is you can't have it both ways. To be clear, I don't think the woman in Minneapolis should have been shot. I think Ashley Babbitt, if you know, given what I've seen, I think that situation was fucking crazy. I probably would lean closer aside that was a good shoot. What I'm saying, DJ, just so that you're clear, is there are people on the internet that are saying Ashley Babbitt was murdered. She's a patriot. She was not danger to anybody. And a lot of those same people that I see personally on my Facebook are saying that this Minneapolis woman is this domestic terrorist that deserved to be shot. She
Well,
should have
that's
listened. She
amazing.
should have done this. So what I'm saying is you cannot have it both ways, in my
Yeah.
opinion. You can't say Ashley Babbitt is like this heroic patriot and this woman is like this domestic terrorist. That's what I'm
Well,
trying to say.
Babbitt was breaking into the Capitol. That guy, the officer who shot her, could have used some more, again, de-escalation techniques, right? I can understand his worry, as in the Capitol's there's a mob of people. Now that people are starting to break in and physically get in, it's not a fucking zombie attack, buddy. Chill. But you don't know at the same time if she has any weapons or whatnot.
Well, at this point, I think there were some casualties already on both sides. Like, I don't know how much you know about January 6th, but dude,
Not much.
again, I've seen a documentary and I understand that it was probably a very liberal documentary framing, to be clear.
Just me,
But from the videos that I've seen, it got pretty fucking crazy.
for me, as a person who saw this today, minimal information but saw clips, to see a woman pass away like that, just someone. Yeah, was she in the right? No, she wasn't in the right. She put herself in that situation. But man, as a officer, a law enforcement officer, you need to have your training and your, like I said, de-escalation techniques. And the moron president, where an investigation hasn't even been fully completed, to come out publicly and call her a domestic terrorist, that is sickening.
That seems so yucky.
That is sickening.
I didn't like that, to be honest. I think we've touched them all tonight. And I appreciate the chat being respectful. I appreciate the panel being respectful. You know, like Dean and I always say, like, I think the average American, the average Canadian, I think we can all find an happy medium where we can discuss, and I'm glad that we can do that. I love you guys. I love the chat. You know, it's a crazy world.
Yeah.
I think just awful things are happening in the world, and I think, you know, Vern won this discussion. Profound words. Anyways, love you guys, and we'll catch you on the next After Dark. Thanks again for everyone for being great in the chat.
Bye.